Have you ever felt lonely, even in a room full of people you have known for years? You smile, you nod, you carry the conversation, yet a quiet ache sits somewhere beneath it all. Maybe the phone does not ring the way it used to, and the days feel a little emptier now. Maybe your children have grown and gone, and the house feels far too quiet in the evenings. If any of this touches your heart, please know something gently. You are not alone in this. Welcome back to Hearty Glow, my dear friend. Today we talk about a feeling so many women carry in silence. That feeling is loneliness, one of the least discussed parts of midlife, yet one of the most deeply felt. So make a warm cup of tea, settle in somewhere cozy, and let us walk through this together without any rush. First, let us gently name what loneliness really is, because it is so often misunderstood. Loneliness is not about being physically alone. You can feel it in a crowd or in a long marriage. It is a gap between the connection you have and the connection your heart is quietly longing for. This is very different from solitude, which is the peaceful, chosen quiet that can actually nourish you. Solitude fills you up. Loneliness slowly empties you. And knowing the difference is the first gentle step. So if you love your quiet mornings alone with your tea, that is solitude. And it is a beautiful thing. But if you feel unseen, unheard, or disconnected from people who truly know you, that is loneliness. And loneliness is not a weakness. It is simply your heart asking to be seen. And there is no shame in it. Now, why does loneliness so often deepen in our 40s, 50s, and 60s? Let us understand this together. So much changes in these years, often all at once, and each change can quietly loosen our connections. Our children grow up and build their own lives, and the busy, noisy years of parenting suddenly go still. Careers shift or come to an end, and with them, the daily hellos and easy company of co-workers. Friendships that once felt effortless can drift, as everyone becomes busy with their own full and tiring lives. Some of us face divorce or the loss of a partner, and the silence afterward can feel enormous. We may be caring for aging parents, pouring ourselves out with little energy left to nurture our own bonds. And menopause itself can quietly pull us inward as changing hormones affect our mood, energy, and confidence. When we feel tired, anxious, or unsure of ourselves, we often withdraw, even from the people we love. So if your world has grown smaller and quieter lately, please understand. This is a natural season, not a failing. Now I want to share something important, because your loneliness deserves to be taken seriously. For a long time, loneliness was treated as just a passing mood, something to simply push through alone. But newer research shows us that connection is not a luxury. It is essential to our health. Studies now link chronic loneliness to real effects on the heart, the immune system, and even the brain. One striking study in 2026 looked closely at women entering menopause and their feelings of loneliness. Researchers found that loneliness and isolation were tied to greater cognitive decline in these women. Those facing both deep loneliness and real isolation had a dramatically higher risk of that decline. In other words, connection is not only good for your heart, it genuinely helps protect your mind. So tending to your friendships is not selfish or frivolous. It is one of the kindest things you can do. We are wired for each other, and that need does not fade with age. In later years, it matters even more. So how do we know when loneliness has quietly settled in? Let us look at a few gentle signs together. You might feel a low, lingering sadness you cannot quite explain, especially in the quiet evening hours. You may scroll endlessly on your phone, searching for a connection the screen can never truly give. Perhaps you linger longer than needed in small chats with strangers, hungry for a little warmth. You might feel invisible, as though you could disappear for days and no one would truly notice. Or you may feel a reluctance to reach out, a fear that you would only be bothering other people. If you recognize yourself here, please be tender with yourself. Noticing is the beginning of healing, because the beautiful truth is this: loneliness can be eased gently and steadily at any age and any stage. So let us walk through some gentle, doable ways to invite more connection back into your life. They are small, warm steps, and even one of them, practiced with patience, can begin to soften the loneliness. Our first step is the smallest, and it is the simple power of tiny, everyday moments of connection. Connection does not always mean deep talks or big gatherings. Often it is woven from small, warm threads. A genuine hello to the cashier, a smile to a neighbor, a kind word to the woman beside you in line. These little moments may seem too small to matter, yet research shows they lift our mood and ease loneliness. So today, try offering one small, warm exchange to someone you meet and notice how it feels in your chest. Each tiny thread is real, and slowly these threads weave a warmer world and warm up your heart for more. Our second step takes a little courage, and it is choosing to reach out first. So often we wait, quietly hoping someone else will call, invite, or remember us before we make a move. But everyone is busy and everyone is a little unsure, and so we all wait, and the silence grows. Someone has to be brave enough to reach across that silence first, and that someone can gently be you. Think of one person you have meant to contact, then send a simple message today just to say hello. You do not need the perfect words or a grand reason. The reaching out itself is the gift you offer. And here is a gentle secret. The person you reach for is very likely longing to be reached for too. Our third step is to gently rebuild around shared activities, because connection grows easily through doing. It can feel awkward to make friends as an adult, so let a shared interest carry the conversation for you. A gentle exercise class, a book club, a gardening group, a craft circle, a choir, or a walking group. When you show up regularly to the same warm place, familiar faces slowly become friendly ones over time. You do not have to arrive as anyone's best friend. You only have to keep gently showing up again and again. Look in your community for one small group that matches something you already enjoy, and let yourself go. Give it a few visits before deciding. Belonging often grows slowly, one gentle meeting at a time. Our fourth step is a reminder that when it comes to connection, depth matters more than numbers. You do not need a large circle of friends to feel deeply connected and warmly held in this life. Research shows that just one or two close, trusting relationships can protect us from the ache of loneliness. So please do not measure yourself against anyone who seems to have a crowd around them at all times. A single friend who truly knows your heart is worth more than 100 distant acquaintances. Focus your gentle energy on nurturing the few relationships that already feel safe, warm, and real to you. Our fifth step invites a little tenderness, and it is allowing yourself to be truly seen. Real closeness grows not from perfect conversations, but from the quiet honesty of sharing what is real. So often we hide our struggles behind, "I am fine," afraid our truth might be too much for others. But when we gently share something real, we give the other person permission to be real with us too. You might tell a trusted friend, "Honestly, I have been feeling a little lonely lately," and that is brave. That single honest sentence can transform a polite friendship into a deep and nourishing connection. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the very doorway through which real intimacy quietly walks in. Our sixth step is one we often overlook, and it is nurturing your relationship with yourself. Before we can feel truly connected to others, it helps to feel gently at home in our own company. Loneliness sometimes eases when we become a warm, kind companion to ourselves through the quiet days. This means speaking to yourself with tenderness, and filling your days with small things that bring you joy. Take yourself on a gentle walk, savor a favorite meal, tend a plant, or rediscover a hobby you set aside. When you build a life that feels warm from the inside, you meet others from fullness, not from emptiness. And a woman at peace in her own company carries a quiet glow that gently draws others near. Our seventh step is a beautiful one, and it is reaching outward by being of service to others. One of the surest ways to ease our own loneliness is to gently turn toward someone else's need.
Oh, thank you.
When we help another person, we step outside our worries and remember that we still deeply matter. Volunteering at a shelter, a library, a garden, or a school connects you with people and with purpose. Even checking on a neighbor who lives alone can brighten two lonely worlds at once, theirs and your own. Purpose and connection walk hand in hand, and giving your gifts is a powerful medicine for a lonely heart. You have a lifetime of wisdom and warmth to offer, and the world is quietly waiting to receive it. Our eighth step is a gentle word of caution, and it is about using the digital world wisely. Our phones promise connection, yet too often they leave us feeling emptier than we were before. Endlessly watching other people's lives can deepen loneliness, making us feel left out and unseen. So let technology be a bridge to real connection, not a replacement for the warmth of true presence. A single video call with someone you love will nourish you far more than an hour of silent scrolling. Let the screen bring you toward people, and then, whenever you can, gently step away and be with them. Now, before we gather this together, I want to speak to the fear that keeps so many of us stuck. That fear whispers that we are a burden, that others do not really want us, that we might be rejected. This fear is loneliness protecting itself, and it will keep us small and quietly alone if we let it. But most people long for connection just as much as you do, waiting for someone to reach out first. When you send that message or join that group, you're not imposing. You're offering a gift of warmth. And yes, sometimes a plan will not work out, and that is simply part of being wonderfully human. One quiet no does not erase your worth, and the next warm yes may be closer than you think. So let us gather everything into one small, warm plan you can carry with you from today. You do not need to do all 8 steps at once. That would only overwhelm your tender, hopeful heart. Instead, choose just one small step that felt possible and kind, and gently begin there this week. Perhaps it is sending one message to someone you miss, just to say that you were thinking of them. Perhaps it is a warm hello to a neighbor, or finally looking up that class you have quietly wondered about. One small thread of connection, offered with courage, begins to gently weave you back into the world. Think of it like tending a garden of the heart. You plant one seed, then water it with patience, and slowly in its own gentle time, that garden begins to bloom with warmth, friendship, and belonging. My dear friend, before we part, I want to leave this softly in your hands, so please hear it. Your loneliness is not proof that something is wrong with you. It is proof of how deeply you can love. A heart that longs for connection is a heart that is beautifully, wonderfully alive and still open. You are worthy of friendship, of being seen, of being cherished exactly as you are in this very season. It is never too late to build the warm, connected life your heart has been quietly longing for. Midlife is not the end of belonging. It can be the beginning of your deepest and truest connections yet. So take one small, brave step this week and then be gentle with yourself, no matter how it unfolds. You're not alone. There are countless women, hearts open just like yours, longing to be found. If this touched your heart today, share it with another woman who may need to hear these gentle words. Until next time, my dear friend, remember, you are loved, you are worthy, and you are never truly alone.